Hey everyone, James and Mark here. Today we are going to be eating a dish that Mark referenced the last time we went to go visit my mom.
Is that one shrimp dish that you brought from home to college? Still don't know what that dish is, but it's like the shrimp head.
So it's called Tôm Càng Kho.
Purposefully have these spaces in between the words.
Not those long pauses that you heard a moment ago, but it literally translates to stewed prawns. Of course, my mom overheard that, and the next thing she did, she called me like a few days later saying, hey, when do you want me to make this and you and Mark can eat it? She didn't want us to do a mukbang on it, but I was just like, well, we'd love to share food because it seemed like you guys all enjoyed my mom's cooking last time.
I just remember, I can't even remember the last time I had this.
It's been a hot minute.
15 years maybe?
So we actually heated it up. She packed it in a to-go thing, so I'm gonna actually put it in this.
Oh, it's a beautiful, like,
I don't even know where.
Like a reddish color. I could help too,
yeah,
but you kind of got
it.
it. Yeah, there we go.
So these, I would call them jumbo prawns, were very large. There's only 5 of them in there, but when we got some footage of her like kind of prepping it when we went over there. They were like this big per shrimp. So it's crazy.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You saw that, right?
It actually looked like the giant prawn.
And I would say this is the equivalent of, you know how you have the raw marinated crab and it's like the rice thief? This is the rice thief for Vietnamese people, I would say.
Vietnamese rice thief.
Exactly. I was a little concerned because Mark picked up a box of rice and was in the garage, and when I was like getting things ready, I was like, we only have 1 rice. This is not gonna end well. And then when he got home, I was like, we ran out of rice. He's like, no, there's a box downstairs. And it was the best news I heard all day.
Oh darn, I don't get to use my new rice cooker today.
But my mom did like a mixture of like shallots, onions. There's some red peppers here as well.
Oh, so it's gonna have a really good kick.
Oh yeah, and can you guess the secret ingredient to this dish?
I think you told me.
Yeah, what do you think it is?
What is the secret ingredient?
Can you kind of smell it? I can kind of smell the secret
Oh,
ingredient.
then you and me might be thinking different things.
Oh, okay. Well, my secret ingredient that I'm aware of is ketchup. What were you thinking of?
The shrimp head.
Oh,
essence.
Yeah, I guess that's also a secret. Both of those are actually those are both very critical ingredients to this dish.
Oh, ketchup.
Yeah, because when my mom was cleaning it, there were some that had the really bright orange, like, head part.
Yeah.
And so you definitely leave that with the sauce. But then she also added some ketchup and like really reduced and caramelized it down with the onions and the shallots. It was a labor of love. She was in tears because of cutting the shallots. They were really that strong.
No, thank you.
I got a little concerned because she looked up at me. She did the same exact thing you've done where it's like, I'm crying. And I'm like, what happened? And you're just cutting onions. She did that to me. And I was like, Mom, don't joke around like that. So we got our rice here. Okay. Let's get that mixed up. This is just one of those dishes where, you know, I grew up eating it a lot in my household, but it's not something I can just go out and just get. Like, we've never eaten this out at a restaurant, right?
No, tell me about that. Is it because I just never realized the name of the dish? So if I see it on the menu, I wouldn't have known to order it? Or is it just not a common dish?
I would say it's probably not that common in my perspective.
Is it a popular Vietnamese cuisine?
I would have a hard time. Yeah, I don't.
Like if I call like Julie Lee, like she would know this Vietnamese dish.
Probably not. I'd have to explain.
Yeah.
Okay, you're naming every Vietnamese friend I have. I'm gonna be here all day. All right, let's see one of these babies.
Oh, okay.
They're really meaty.
Oh my gosh, mine's seems like bigger than yours.
I think mine curled up. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think the head is still there too. So, all right. All right, I'm gonna let you go first. This is your first bite in 15 years, you claim. It's like a reunion special.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is what I've been missing, you know? I was like, it's one of those dishes like, I remember really liking it, but it's been so long since I had it. This is the flavor that I've been missing.
Good, I'm glad. My mom was able to recreate it. I was worried, I was like, what if it was another dish and I got it completely off, but when you explained it, I was like, there's nothing else it could possibly be but this. And can you tell, like, just with the little bit of sauce that you got, you can just eat like 3 bowls of rice without realizing it.
It's not because it's salty, but it's just a lot of flavor, and the consistency and the texture of the sauce makes it really good with the rice.
I think that's why you gravitated towards this dish. Not so much like the fact, I mean, you love jumbo prawns and all that, but it's that sauce with rice marriage that,
Oh, if I had to coin an English name for this dish, I'll call it Vietnamese jambalaya.
Vietnamese jambalaya.
Yes, no?
Yeah, it has, I think it has a lot of similarities.
Of course, James cut up some cucumbers for us.
I
But
I was confused if I'm supposed to peel it.
Oh, sometimes I do like strips of peel.
I was
to make
gonna
it
do
look
that.
fancy,
Okay.
but this is cute. You also included the end of the cucumber.
You know what? I just wanted the end. I was about to throw it away, but I was
Yeah.
like, the end piece deserves to be part of it too, you know?
Well,
plus we have plenty of
Oh,
sauce.
you have an end piece too.
Yeah, I saved the end pieces for both of us. There's 2 cucumbers.
Maybe you could save this and put it over our eyes later.
You might need it today. You look a little tired.
I was in the office for more than 12 hours today. It
my
was a
God.
really long day for me.
You're right. I think I barely saw you when the sun rose. I knew it was a late day for you because whenever Mark is at work late, that's my time to just catch up on YouTube videos, and I ran out of things to watch from my regular like things. And like,
Then
you know,
you're like-
Kim put out a video that was 50 minutes long today, and that was not enough to keep me going. So I'm just like, okay, like now what?
Oh, today was a long day for me. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just
I was so concentrated and worked that it was already closer to 8 when I left the office, so it's super late.
It was late enough where it triggered I should call to check if he's okay. It got to that point of the night where I'm like, is he okay? If it got 1 more hour though, then it would be like, where are you? I'm hungry.
No longer a place of caring and worry, but more a place of anger and hunger.
It's
angry.
It's for your benefit, girl. Do you want to walk into that situation?
I kind of did. Well, James was, at first, he was like, oh, is everything okay? Like, over the phone when he actually called me. I was like, oh, I'm only 2 minutes away from home. He was like, but, like, why? I was like, it's just a long day. And then, so I think slowly, from that place of concern, turned into that hangry. So by the 2 minutes later, when I actually got home, James just looking at me from the couch.
Well, the other thing is I also ran through every like snack I had for today to like make up for the gap. I ate the Cheez-Its that Jane gave us. I ate those keto crackers you gave us. Me and Hattie had a little string cheese. I ate that big orange. I just felt like I ate a lot that I'm just like, by the time we eat, I'm still really hungry though.
But it's well worth it.
Yeah.
Stew part is also made with the which I think was one of the best part of a shrimp, which is
Yeah.
the meat in between the head and the body, the essence. How is that made? How does your mom? What does your mom do?
So when she cleans it, she makes sure, during the part, because she rinses it again after she deshells it, and she actually, it was cute because the kids were watching, like my nieces, and I had them film a little bit, and I was explaining to them, oh, like grandma's cutting out all the poop, and they were all like
the
excited
vein.
about the vein, and then there's the bright orange spot from the head, and she makes sure she doesn't rinse that down the drain because that's where all the flavor is. So she makes sure that goes into the pan. With all the other ingredients. She did season the shrimp, but I actually wasn't in the kitchen when she did it. But I think I saw a little bit of salt, MUKBANG, like fish sauce, and a little bit of, I think, chicken stock. The same thing I've seen you use here and there. So she threw it in the pan, and then globs and globs of ketchup. Like, Mark's not a big ketchup person, but the ketchup has been transformed in this dish.
Yeah.
It's no longer ketchup anymore.
Right. So good. I think it's because of that, the essence of the shrimp. Maybe what makes the stew part really good.
I know it might be hard to see, but I feel like there's a little bit
Oh, I see that.
So I'm gonna take a bite of that part, and my eyes are gonna close. I can already sense it.
Who are you thinking about as you're closing your eyes?
I'm not thinking about anybody. Does it look like it?
I hope you're thinking about me as you eat that really good piece of prawn.
I don't really think about you when I eat. I had enough time today to practice the BTS dance too.
Oh shoot. Oh,
No preview of it today.
Are you gonna
though.
show us? No.
I just realized I waste time learning things if Mark can just learn it and teach me.
No.
It just is a waste of time when I'm like learning it because I'm just like
It's a team effort.
I purposely watch. So if you guys have never learned like a dance routine, like especially like K-pop ones, they always have mirrored versions of it, and we recommend watching those because you just follow them. It's almost like you're playing Just Dance. You just do the same moves as them. But sometimes you learn dances and everything's flipped, and then you're going this way when you're supposed to go that way. We should probably just do the roll-in dance to kind of get through it. I realized that we learned that dance without doing proper like training on it. We just picked it up because I watched it so much.
None of our dance videos really have proper training at all, so.
We have a joint email, so I'm getting like alerts on stuff that's happening. It looks like, I don't know if you guys can tell, the kitchen lights in our house slowly, one by one, crapping out. Boo, boo, boo. Now there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've been on video a few times on record, Mark saying these are the most difficult things to change in your house. Why are they so difficult?
Well, for our kitchen, the lights, it's not a screw bulb. It's a 4-pin like monster, but it is
Ooh, 4-pin monster me, boo.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, continue.
It's a fluorescent 4-pin bulb that it goes into the ballast or the socket of the recessed lighting. But that 4-pin is really stuck in the socket. So you have to be very careful to unhinge from the socket. There are times when, fine, I am very careful and I pull it all out thinking, yes, this came out cleanly. But no, the actual light part comes off, but the 4-pin is still stuck in the socket. Now you have nothing to grab onto to pull that out. And I remember saying when 2 went out and we replaced the 2, it was so annoying. I was on a mission to replace all of them because in my head, if 2 are dead, then
More to come.
More to come soon. So let's just replace all of them. But I don't know if I bought a really cheap light bulb or something happened. But as soon as one of the new ones went out, the other 3 went out soon after, all at the same time.
So Mark tried to like fix one of them right before I think we had to go on a live. And I think that was a very stressful situation. And then after that, they just slowly started to crap out. So today, going back to the joint email, he signed up for something called TaskRabbit. Not sponsored, by the way. We've never used TaskRabbit. The only time I've ever heard of TaskRabbit was, I think that was the company where you could like pay someone to stand in line for you. And then you pay them and then you get to take their spot later. That's the only use I've ever heard of it. But I guess you ordered someone, is that even the right term? You got a TaskRabbit for us to change out the light bulbs. So I'm very excited for that. What's the ETA?
I set the schedule for Friday,
Okay.
3:30, and it's a local electrician, charges by the hour, and I just said replace all our bulb. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see if it's helpful. At this point, I'd rather pay someone to do it for us. I don't want to ever in my life do it again. Oh, I have my prawn here.
For those of you who are looking for a place or about to buy a home, I can't tell you enough how critical light is to set the mood and tone in your home. With the lights being off for like a week or maybe a week or 2 now, I feel like when we're in this common area, which we spend a lot of our time in, it's a little bit more like somber and like sad. Like I need the bright lights and it's not here. So I think using TaskRabbit for that. I mean, when I opened my email today and I saw it, I was like, oh, this is a good call. So I was very happy to see that.
And depending on how this one goes, I've been doing a lot of, maybe 2 years of like slowly learning and researching, buying the Philip Hue LED light strips.
Oh, you want to do that?
To install underneath our kitchen cabinets, because I've always wanted underlighted cabinets. But the developer, when we were buying this place, was charging, I don't know, like $4,000 or $5,000 for the upgrade. I'm like, nah, we could do it ourselves. But it's been 6 years and we haven't done that yet. But anyways, maybe just buying one of those like really cool Philips LED strip, because then you could choose from thousands of different color choices.
Yeah.
And maybe this person could just do that eventually later on.
So this is a trial run, basically. We'll see how it goes. Okay, this one is huge. I think this is the 5th one, but I'm gonna split this one with Mark. Look at how no.
Yeah.
We're gonna split this one.
Wow. Oh, thank you. Oh, you sure you don't want the piece closer to the head?
Oh, I already had the piece closer to the head last time, so it's good. Plus, now that I think this is on our radar again, it will be easier for us to remember to ask my mom whenever we're craving it. I just need to ask her where she got her prawns, because for 5 of these, they were $20, which is very reasonable. I guess 40. Yeah, you saw how big those were, right? You got them for like 20 something for like at the Vietnamese market.
But when we bought our giant prawns, weren't they more expensive than that?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I don't know if you noticed, but when we were over at my parents', my dad actually left to go to the market to see if it was on sale.
That day?
Like additional ones, yeah, to buy more.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't, so that's why he came back with nothing. I want to say this past weekend, by the time you're watching this, Memorial Day had just passed. This past weekend for me was the first weekend I felt like I didn't think that we were living in a COVID world. Does that make sense? I had less of that feeling. Mm-hmm. Like, we got to hang out with neighbors. We got to see our family. We went out to a restaurant. We went out to a bar. Like,
we saw friends that we haven't since 2019 even.
Yes. Yeah. Someone asked us to go watch a movie, but we're like, we're okay. But still, just like everything that was like before was like, But I didn't really think about it at all.
You're right. This whole weekend was kind of like that. Though we were still wearing our masks when we are like going into the restaurant or
of course,
outside or in the market and stuff. But here in California, if all things are according to plan in terms of level of infections and the rate of vaccinations, it's looking like in 2 weeks from today's date, where if you're fully vaccinated, you might not even need to wear masks outside anymore. So that's going to be different too.
Whether the mandate says yes or no, I think I'm going to still hold on to the mask for a while. Just in situations where I'm like, I just feel more comfortable wearing it, and I think that's okay. So I think that's going to be my adjustment at least.
Especially the days when you eat like garlic shrimp and you're like, I don't have time to use mouthwash. I just gonna wear keep my masks on. Especially those days would be very much appreciated to still keep your mask on.
I was watching a TikTok and this guy was wearing a mask. He took the mask off and then 2 long nose hair bushes. And he started trimming it. And I was like, oh my God, that's so true. I mean, we've had friends that told us like, oh, it's nice they haven't had to really wear makeup. They don't care about lipstick and all that for a little while. So it'll be interesting to adjust back.
I'm kind of bummed because during COVID, I don't think I had a zit on my nose. I kind of wish it just came during that time so I don't have to get it in the near future. Because it'll be a good time to just kind of not worry about it.
You're so right. I don't remember you getting any zit on your nose during COVID. No. Maybe because it was covered up, the things that normally causes it will give you a pimple. So now that you're not maybe wearing the mask, Be careful what you wish for, girl. All right, so final verdict before we wrap up.
I'm so happy that your mom made this. Thank you so much, Mom. It was really good. I kind of want to try to see if she could share her recipe so we could even try it at home.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, I only saw glimpses of it, but I'm sure she'll walk us through it like whenever we ask her. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Check out one of our other videos, and we'll see you for our next mukbang. Bye, everyone.